All right, boys. We have a question old as time. Everybody likes to ask amongst their friends, sports fans, other fellow fanatics of whatever. Who is the greatest athlete of all time?
This isn't even a question. This isn't even a debate. Bo Jackson, stud in the NFL, Hall of Famer in the NFL, and was a stud in the MLB. Two major league sports dominated. How is this even a question?
Can't argue with Bo Jackson. He definitely dominated both sports.
You can.
The man had legs for days, it seemed like. But I don't know. Personally, myself, I got to go for with one of the greatest of all time to lace up a pair of gloves. The great Muhammad Ali. The man easily went for I think he's like the only three-time world heavyweight champion of all time. No one could come close to what Muhammad has set precedents when it came to boxing. And on top of that, the man inspired a lot of our great heavyweights of today. But yet no one has ever come close to what Ali did in the ring. The footwork, the hands, the speed with both his hands and feet. It was just hard to keep up with Ali in that ring. He owned that ring while he was boxing in his prime.
Sounds like you're talking more of greatest of all time for boxing, though,
Yeah.
not
No,
for athletes.
athlete, no. No one even come close to the way Ali would work. Have you
When
seen
we
all workouts?
when we talk athlete, we're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about athlete as someone that presents dominance, presents the physique, presents longevity
Nobody
and
dominated.
endurance.
Nobody
We're not just
dominated.
talking about one specific
Sport,
sport,
right? But
We're talking
nobody
about
dominated like
athlete.
Ali, bro. Nobody dominated like Ali. And his
In
time.
boxing, no one dominated him in boxing.
Boxing.
We're talking
Football,
about athlete.
basketball.
We're talking about major possible sports
Yeah.
around the world. We're
You-
not talking about greatest of all time
Uh-huh.
boxing.
Yeah.
But you're trying to tell me that Ali isn't a great athlete?
I'm not saying he's not a great athlete.
He's
but we're
a
talking
great
about,
athlete.
If we're talking about the greatest athlete of all time,
Uh-huh.
how are you going to take an Ali versus a guy who dominated two different sports,
How
or
about
two different type of footworks and styles and skills?
how about the fact that Ali was boxing for a good minute and then left because he went to jail. He did his time, for political reasons, and he came back and he still like nothing changed.
Well,
He missed a step.
both of the two players you guys said, or the athletes, whatever you guys want to call them, sure they're great. But when you're talking about the best athlete of all time, there's only one person that it can go to. Okay, it's a person that he can jump like an NBA player. Okay, he has the endurance, way more endurance than a boxer can. He can play pretty much all year with his regular club, the side leagues that there is in soccer. There's also a different title on top of their regular league, and then they have international duty, and then they have all season competition. This man plays all year round. He's played now. He's 38. He's still top of the chain. There's no one better than Cristiano Ronaldo. He's the best athlete of all time. He's broken so many records, set records that no one will be able to meet. He has a work ethic of a Kobe, of a LeBron James. He has better work ethic than any other athlete you can name. And he does not stop even with time.
Again, we're talking about athlete, though.
Yeah.
If you're talking about one of the greatest soccer players of all time, 100% Ronaldo's up there because there's a guy named Messi up there too, 100%. But we're talking about athlete. We're talking about, yes, endurance, skill, footwork. We're talking about a guy who you think is like the prime alpha, can go out in any sport and not
Yeah.
just be your average stud.
You don't think Cristiano Ronaldo would beat any wide receiver out there in the world? He will definitely outrun all of them.
It's two different sports.
Yeah.
That's when I say Bo Jackson, I'm talking about a guy who has proved that in two different sports that take two different type of skill sets, was out there and was still dominant.
No.
So when we're talking about athlete,
Yeah.
that's different. I think you guys are talking about their own category, boxing and soccer.
Now, if he didn't have a passion of soccer, he can go in any sport and dominate. He had the endurance of literally, he plays 90 minutes nonstop. And he runs in a field larger than the football field. Okay? He's going more than 100 yards down the field constantly 90 minutes. Can Bo Jackson do that?
Well, Bo Jackson dominated running back in the NFL and played MLB. So you're talking about that he didn't have the endurance? Of course he had the endurance. Bo Jackson was just as an athlete as anybody out there.
So is Ali.
But can he jump
You just-
like an NBA player?
I mean, look, you're referencing obviously that Bo Jackson. Nothing taken away from Bo Jackson. He played two sports at the same time,
and was dominant at
and
both sports.
he was dominant for a good year or two. But he was dominant. Look, Ali was dominant as well. He's an athletic human being. You don't think Ali can go ahead and play baseball or play the running back position?
What other guy, and name another guy in history who has played two different cross sports and was actually good at both of them? I know you talk about a lot of NFL guys.
Yeah.
You think about like a Russell Wilson that played baseball and NFL, but Russell Wilson wasn't even a stud in the MLB whatsoever.
Nah.
Even in the NFL, you can make a case he was never that guy because he never won an official MVP. We're talking about two different cross sports.
Right.
Yeah.
The endurance, the skill level, when you think of an athlete, you think of the physique. How can you? I mean, when you talk about Bo Jackson, I'm not discrediting Muhammad Ali. I'm not discrediting Cristiano Ronaldo.
Right.
I'm just saying when you think of an athlete as a person athlete,
Yeah.
how is it hard? You can't discredit a guy who dominated two major league sports.
Like I said, that's your only argument, my guy. Is the two sports that he played at the same time.
Yeah.
Go back and look at an athlete, and an all natural athlete can dominate any sport you put him in. It just happens to be.
That's not
Ali
true.
was in boxing.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan was a phenomenal athlete, but
Yeah.
he was the greatest basketball of all
Yeah,
time.
but he said
Look
that.
look what he tried going into MLB. It
That's
didn't-
what Ronaldo
To the
clearly
definition.
shows. I mean, he practiced with NBA players to learn how to jump as high as they could. Clearly, if he really put his heart to it and wanted to go to another sport, he would definitely dominate. But his passion was to soccer. We're talking about greatest athlete. Endurance is one of the biggest things. I don't think he has the endurance that Ronaldo has. He even in the NFL, you play for a couple minutes when you're attacking, and then you come out for defense. With soccer, you're on the field or you're off the field. And Ronaldo was always there 90 minutes, no matter where he was competing, and he always competed at the highest levels. I don't know how you can say that Bo Jackson could go into something as difficult as soccer or football for you Europeans out there, and him perform as well as Ronaldo. And yes, if Ronaldo goes to the NFL, he will definitely perform. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out our previous videos down below. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you think in the comments down below.